Hello. We are going to welcome to another episode of coding this game that I'm working on. So basically, last time we created everything we needed to get the UI wired up. We were working in the reverse direction, so we started working from the end goal of having the module instance here, and then working backwards. Now we're going to work forwards, get these prefabs set up with the ship, with the module, the progress bar, and the module listings, and make sure it's all wired up so that whenever we click buttons, things happen. What we're going to do, is I need to set this up, is we need to first make the ship prefab work correctly. So that when I click on the build frigate button, it will build the ship here, and it'll go into the simulation, also clicking on that, and then we also need to wire up the fleet UI to create it. So we have the ship prefab here. So we got our prefabs. I don't think I made one yet, so the ship prefab was going to have 3 panels, one here, here, and here. And this one we're going to make dynamically eventually, because we want this to grow in size as we add things. Because if I add this module status prefab onto it, once we hit 3, it's off the panel. And we don't want that. We want the panel to grow with it. So we'll be doing that with code later on. We'll just adjust the size dynamically with code as we go. Okay, so we're going to be creating this here as a prefab. And then we're taking this off. And then for now, we're just not going to have any ships inside of when we start the game. Where is my fleet? Here it is. So right now we have we create a mothership automatically into the game, but we're just not going to do that right now. In fact, we're just going to comment this out for now. And if there's nothing in the list, it's just not going to go through and do anything. So no time will be passed anything as the simulation goes. And then that means the fleet UI is not going to be creating any ships at the beginning of the initialization. So there's nothing to create here. We're just going to leave this here for now. I'm just going to comment this out. Not like that. So we're going to be coming back to this later, because we are going to start with a mothership. Maybe even a starting fleet. Who knows what we want to do with that. This will create the module listings for the game panel, and we should start with nothing on here. So let's go ahead and double check that real quick. We're going to need a prefab for the ship, which is right here. So let's go ahead and drag that on there. Make sure everything's good to go, no errors or nothing. So no ship. We need to create a ship. So let's look at the build button. Yeah, this is a build frigates button. So I'm going to go to the create new ship, and it's going to create a 1. So let's go look at that. Alright, so right now the initialize is messed up because we need to go and hook up the prefab correctly. So we're just going to not initialize. So when I click on the button, we want to make sure that this is working. So all this is doing is creating the UI. There's nothing that is going into the factory just yet. So, okay, no, actually it's this one. Never mind. Okay, so this is going to give me the ship type. It looks like the default is mothership. So if there isn't a number, it's just going to drop the mothership ship type. Otherwise, it's going to give me the ship type of whatever we have. So this is going to go to the fleet. It's going to create the new ship. So let's look at fleet. Takes a new ship, sends to the factory, gets the iShip interface. It's going to check for resources. So if the factory returns null, then that means we didn't have enough resources to build the ship, and then it's not going to do anything. Then we add the ship to the player thing, and then we fire off this event, which is create new ship. And the only thing listening to it should be the fleet UI. Yeah, so fleet.onCreate new ship. Create new ship UI, and then it's going to go to here. It's going to create that UI object, and it's going to add it to the ships. So that should be what we do. Let's look at the factory to make sure there's nothing else going on that I don't remember. It is firing off the static ship. Which I don't think we need, because with the fleet's handling that event. We are going to need this. Yeah, I don't think we need this. Let's go ahead and delete this, and then we don't need that. Yeah, if there's not enough resources, it will fire this return null. Otherwise, we return ship. And we don't need that. We don't need to store this. And then we don't need that static for now. Let's go ahead and delete this. And then the fleet will just alert the UI, since we already have a reference to it anyways. Delete a few things in our code, make sure it's all clean. Should be good. So let's go check it out. Make sure this is clicking. The prefab should be created once we click on this. We need to hide this though. So we do have the prefab clicking. That's good. Let's go ahead and change that so that this is automatically set to. We have the fleet UI, the panel. So that's this right here is the module listing panel. So let's go ahead and module listing panel dot set active to false on game start. So that when we open up the game, this is not there. And it's not there. And we build more. Cool. Okay. So the next part we need to do is we need to initialize the ship UI. So what do we need on the ship UI? Let's open this up. So right now we have the status name and status health and the ship name. This needs to be separate. Okay, so this is the top portion. And then we have the panel for the so public text message pro, not text message pro. We need the parent. I believe we just need the parent. I don't think we need the actual game object of the panel, because we're not changing anything for the modules. So let's go ahead and get the transform of the module parent, because that's what we need that for. We are going to need we just need the transform for the other one as well. So public transform of the progress bar parents. So this is where our progress bars are going to go, and this is where the modules are going to go. Okay, we don't need this. Let's go ahead and delete that. We are going to need, so for each module that we have on the ship, we need a pairing, because we need the progress bar and the text. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just create a pure variable class. Usually sometimes you just want to use structs for this, but I'm just going to use a class right now just because I need a pairing of a module to a grouping of the status text and the progress bar. So usually you use like a dictionary for a one-to-one relationship, but since this is a one-to-many, or for two things right now, we're going to have to create a class. So we could just make it a local class, which actually doesn't sound like a bad idea right now. Yeah, because I don't think I'm going to be using it anywhere else. I'm just going to be using it straight to, like, it's only going to be happening inside here. So let's go ahead and just create a class here. Class, and we'll just say module pairing for now. It's going to have two variables. It's going to have a public text mesh pro of the module status, and it's going to have a public progress bar, and it's going to have let's just call it progress. Okay, so what we're going to do is create a dictionary. Alright, so public dict, and then it's going to have two things. First, it's going to have an I module. So whenever we get an I module, each I module is going to have this module pairing. And we'll just say this is the modules. No, don't do that. The dictionary. Okay, I think I just have to actually call it dictionary. I can't remember. So we have module pairing. What's your problem there? Let's just make it public. I think that's the problem. Yeah, working now. Okay. So we have modules. We're going to have a. So whenever we have the iModule interface object, we're gonna click on one of the modules, right? We are gonna need a module UI as well, I believe. We are gonna need prefabs as well. Okay, so we have the iModule place interface. We're gonna store that inside the actual module UI, which I believe we have actually. Yeah, the module UI. So we're gonna have the iModule here. We're gonna click on this. We're gonna wire up the ship UI to be able to listen to this iModule. It's gonna send back the module that we clicked on. So it will store it here, and then we dump that into the dictionary to find which module pairing we have, and then we update that module pairing. If we don't have it, then if we don't have the module, then we open up the module listing. We select which one we want, and then we let the fleet know, or the ship know, which module we're buying after we create it from the factory, because we have to update the simulation first to make sure the simulation knows that it has a module, and then we let the UI know. So it's a little complicated, I know. But if we do it this way, it's dynamic, and I don't have to deal with different types of modules, and it'll work for any module. And that's nice. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to delete this for now. Because, alright, we're going to be moving this to the module UI. So all this stuff, we're not registering to any modules in. Wait, are we? We're going to be registering to the module UI, not the actual module itself here, which is currently what it's currently at. So we're going to be moving this into the ship UI as we go. I'm going to hide this for now so that it will actually work. But yeah, this is going to be moved to the I module. Alright, so the first thing, Fleet UI, and then we're going to go ahead and go to the ship initialization. Okay, the first thing we need to do when we initialize is we change the ship name, and then I don't think we're going to be starting with any modules. So let's go ahead and delete this. We already need to register ship, so the first thing we need to do is get registered to the ship health, so if it changes, it will go. And then, okay, so we need to create the dictionary. So modules dot equals new dictionary. So we're going to initialize the dictionary so we can start messing around with it. We need to create the module prefab so that they show up on the ship and we can click on them. So public game object module UI what are those things called? What do we call these module prefabs? Yeah, let's go ahead and just call it module prefabs. Let's go ahead and link that up. Alright, so we're going to open up this prefab here. And the ship UI needs a module parent, which is here. It needs the progress bar parent, which is the module status list. And then we need the module prefab, which is here. Okay. I'm going to save that. Go into the code. Now, for the... So we have a reference to the ship here. So for for each... actually, I think this is a for loop. So I0, sure. And this is going to be the ship dot maximum modules. So for each one of the maximum modules, we want to create this this prefab, and we're going to do this. So I'm going to go ahead and just copy this. We're going to use the module prefab. And we're not going to transform it here. We're going to use the module parent. So this, when you say transform, that's a keyword for this ship. So we're going to parent there. We're going to get the scale normal, and then we're going to pull off the module UI. And this is going to be the module UI. Okay, so what are we doing with the module UI? We need to store that, I think. The reason we would want to store it is if we destroy the ship or the module UI. I mean, we're gonna have to register to it. Do we want to store it now? Because we don't have. Yeah, we just need to. We need a list. I think list will work. Module UI. Modules. No, module parents. This is modules. Okay. This is called this, and then we're going to need to create a modules new list. Okay, so let's go ahead and store this module UI in this list. So if we need to do something with it, we probably need to register just something very shortly. But we have access to that now. Okay. So for the maximum modules, we create one. Let's go ahead and check to make sure that that works. I don't think there's anything else going on. We haven't initialized any of the module UI. So we should have 3 show up when we build the frigate. Let's make sure that it all works. And then we're on the right track here. Okay, yep, 3. Okay, there's no ship name. Let's go ahead and call new ships. So after we return, let's go ahead and call the new ship ship name is equal to okay. Let's actually do that inside the chassis instead of this because we don't know what type of ship it is. So when we do this, we want to ship name equal to new frigates. Let's make sure each of these is wired up to create this. Yeah, looking good. And there's no progress bars yet until we click on that. So, all right. I think the next thing we want to do is once we click on this, I need to store. If we click on the module, I need to know what ship we just clicked on, which module we just clicked on, and then which module list we also clicked on. I think so. I want to store this inside the ship, this information, because basically the ship is the one you're clicking on, the modules and stuff like that. But I feel like the fleet UI is where it's supposed to go, and it's gonna be sucky because I'm basically have to pass information to the ship and up. I think I really don't want to do that, but all right. So let's think. If we're creating a module, I don't think the fleet. Maybe the fleet doesn't need to know. I mean, the fleet needs to know this. When I click on this, I need to know which one is selected. And if I'm doing that, it needs to know which ship is selected and the and then inside the ship we can select which module is selected. But if we're passing information to the ship anyways, we just might want to store it in fleet. So, alright, this might be annoying. Alright, let's go ahead. Let's just try it and store it in the fleet and see how extra this is. So we are going to need to know the iShip. If we click on the module, it's not going to know it. See, the module UI isn't going to know which ship it's part of. It's very annoying. So we have a click. So if I click on the module, it's not going to know which ship it is. So we have to register to a module, the ship. Oh my god. So the ship has to register the modules to know when it's clicked. And then we just tell the fleet which ship got clicked. Let's try and do it the ship UI. Let's see if we can get very far with it being part of the ship, because the ship is in control of the modules anyways. Okay, so we have the module UIs here. Let's look at the module here. Let's go ahead and close the other tabs and just make this very simple. Alright, so we have the module here. It's clicking. Listening panel. It's open true. Okay, let's initialize this. So that we need to store the module. So public void initialize. Actually, it's not going to start with any module. We don't need initialize because we're not going to be storing anything here. We are going to need to register something though. Yeah, so let's go ahead and fire off an event. Public event action, and we're going to send the I module. No, we're going to send the module UI. Yeah, we're sending the module UI of on module clicked. And then let's go ahead and delete this. We're not going to initialize anything. And when this is clicked, we're going to do on module clicked, invoke it, and we're going to send this. So we're sending this up to the ship UI. So we need to register to module, which we so private void register to module UI, and we are going to need to pass the module UI, and we are going to the module clicked plus equals to, and we need to get a, what are we going to do when it clicks? We'll do something. We'll figure it out in 1 second. Private void on module UI clicked. Here we're going to need to know which module UI it was. And then go ahead and here. And then we need to register to it. So register to module UI of the module UI. Okay, we have the modules. What are we doing when we click on it? We need to store which module was clicked. Public module UI module that was clicked. Current module UI, and then we'll say current module UI is equal to module. So we know which one was clicked when it opens up. Okay. Okay. Now what? We need to know which module to build. So if we click a different module, we'll say there's 2 ships. We click a different module on another one. With this one won't know. We might just have to build a factory module UI and not know which one it was. Because if I do like a static event listener for the factory UI, then you might have 2 different ships that think that they were last clicked. And see, this is why we need to know, the fleet needs to know which ship was clicked. We might just have to build a ladder where this ship has the module's UI stored, which clicked, and then it alerts the fleet. It also has an event saying, hey, this ship was clicked on, and the fleet stores which ship. And then once the module is built, it goes to the fleet, and then it sends that information down to the ship that was clicked. And that is a solution. I don't know if it's the best solution, but it is what we need to probably do right now. So we're gonna go ahead and create a event, and we're gonna have to register to it with the fleet. So public event action, and we're gonna send up this ship UI. Or we could just do ship. So when we send a module, it will tell the fleet. Okay, that actually might be okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Or, yeah, okay, so current last clicked. What we'll do is I'm going to create a module factory, which I believe I already did. Yeah. Okay, so we need to create a static method here. I know I'm all over the place right now, but I think I have a solution now. So we have a public static module builder, and we need an enum for the different types of modules, which I have right here. Or I have a so this is a public static void. No, actually, we're probably just going to return an iModule. We need to know which module to build, so we're going to create an enum for now. Just right here. So, public enum module types. And right now we just have the minor. Okay, so module types. Alright, so we need to return an iModule. So let's go ahead and look at our, I'm just going to switch like that. We're going to do the module. And if it is a module type of minor, we're going to return a new minor. Does this do anything? I don't think so. Let's look at the minor. Yeah, it just does this. You're cool, bro. Okay. And then we return the module factory. When we have other modules, we can deal with those. Okay, so if we click OK, what are we doing? Who are we sending it to the fleet? We're definitely sending it to the fleet that we clicked on a module. So let's open our fleet here. We need to know which ship it was clicked on, though. Okay, so the simulation needs to know which ship it is. But we already need to create a module. So public void create new module. This is a module type. Module. It's just going to we're just going to get a module. It's going to module. It's equal to the statics dot module, not statics. Module builder dot. Did I not make that public? I did. Module factory dot module builder. And we're going to send it to module. So we have a new iModule now. It needs to know what ship to put it on. I also need to test to see if there's enough resources to build it. The amount of resources it costs is let's go ahead and create, let's just take this. This is the amount to miner module. Miner module costs. If there's not enough resources, we return null. If there is, we return a new miner. Okay. And if it's null, we are not going to be doing anything. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay. So if it's not enough resources to build, we'll have a notification system for that. So we need to know what to do with this module. What we need to do is tell the ship to add it to its system, but we need to know which ship. So create new module. Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to fire off an event and let the fleet know which ship we are currently clicked on. Yeah. It's annoying, but we have to store it somewhere. Okay, let's just go ahead and create this. Public events, action, ship UI. Why don't we just send it to iShip? And we'll have access to iShip through the ship UI. So it's fine. What did I just do? That looks right. Whatever. On ship clicked. Alright, so we clicked on a module. We also need to fire off this so let knows it here. We need to on ship clicked invoke and we need to send this. Alright. Go into the fleet UI. We need to store which ship was clicked. So this is a ship UI. Current ship clicked. Let's go ahead and create a public void, private void on ship clicked, ship UI clicked, and we have a ship UI ship. We're going to store when it's clicked, the current ship clicked is equal to ship. And we need to register. So private void register to ship. And this is the ship UI. So it's annoying because it's the same pattern, you have to keep doing it over and over again. It's not really super nice. So ship dot on clicked plus equals to on ship UI clicked. But maybe we'll have other stuff that we need to store anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. Whenever we create this ship UI, we need to register to it. So register to ship. Now it's listening, and whenever we'll store the fleets. All right, now we need to do something with it. Okay, so now we have the OK. We have the module listing open. So when we actually click on, so public void executes module OK button click. Okay, we also need to store which module was selected. So, this would be the module listings. We're gonna have to register to these module listings now. So the module listing prefab, we have the UI here, and we initialized it. We need to also register to this so that when a module listing is clicked, it is going to store here of which module type we want. So module listing current module. Why is this used but this one is not? Anyways, we're gonna have to register to these modules as well. So private void. We need to get the on public first. So public void executes or on module listing UI clicked. We already know which was clicked. Okay. So private void register to module listings. And then the module dot on. We need an event. So let's go to the module listing UI here, and public events action. We're going to send up a module listing UI on module listing clicked, and then once this is clicked, we want to send up the on module listing. We're going to invoke this. And it has the actual module inside of it, so we're good. Or it has a copy, so we're going to have to make a new one, which is fine. Maybe we want to store the enum, so that we just send the enum to the factory. That's actually probably a good idea. So, yeah, like we don't really need we don't need the module. I need the enum. Do we store the enum in the interface? I can't think of another way else to do it. Let's go ahead and let's change the interface real quick. I mean, we can do this instead of module name. So let's go ahead and just change this to module type. So instead of this, it's there. Let's go to the minor. And this is now the module type. And instead of the string, we're going to change it to module type minor. Okay, the module listing UI, instead of the module name, we're going to, we need to set the string. Let's call this mining. I should have done it the other way. Okay, module factory. Yeah. Should have done that. Don't do that, kids. I'm gonna just go hit F2 and rename. Okay. Module UI. Where are we at? Module listing UI. Alright, so when we click it, we're going to set up this event. It's going to go straight to the Fleet UI. We need to register to this. So, module dot on module listing clicked. We're going to plus equals it to on module listing UI clicked here. And when this is here, we're going to say current module is equal to module UI. So let me know what we are, the last thing we clicked on. So before we do the execute, let's go ahead and just double check that we are indeed clicking on the mining module. And then we are indeed clicked on the ship named, and then we'll go ahead and say this the ship dot ship name. Let's see what happens. Make sure we're all clicking on, and then now we need to wire up the OK button to the panel. After this, make sure that we are clicking on a ship. Excuse me. Okay, let's go ahead and build a frigate. I clicked on this, and we clicked on that. Clicked on the ship name. Alright, we didn't wire up to the module listings. I'm guessing because we didn't register. This is why you do these things. Okay, so we're going to register to the register to module listings of the MNUI. Okay. We click on the ship name. So click. So when we hit the module, it doesn't here, and then the module listing here. I don't think we really need it. Did we store which module we clicked on? That should be in the ship UI. Let's go ahead and so debug.log clicked on the module, and then we'll which module did we click on? So let's go ahead and just look through the list and find which one we clicked on. So modules dot find x equals x dot. Can I do that? It's just this. I want to know what the index is. Index of this will return the actual module. I want to know the index. Yeah, there we go. What's the index of module? Let's try that. And then we'll make that a string. I actually don't need that for this. For TextMesh Pro, you would have to do that, but not for a debug. So let's go and check which one this is. So figured click on module 0, and then 1 and 2. Interesting stuff. Alright, click on the mining module. Alright, cool. it's lowercase. Is it lowercase? Was it always lowercase? Huh. What did I say? Let's go to the Fleet UI. What did I say for the... Oh, okay. Anyways, that works. We're good. Everything's wired up and in the most annoying way possible. Let's go to the ship hive. Alright, so we're doing the thing. Okay, so we need a module. We're to the UI. We need to now send the free UI. So we have an execute OK button. We clicked on the thing. We need to get a module. So let's go ahead and send it off to the fleets and let them know from this point that it needs to create a module. So fleet.module, we'll create a new module, and we're going to send in the current module selected. And this is not a module type, it's a UI. So we need to know the where's the module listing? This is not private, this is public. Killing me, Smalls. Okay. Dot the module. Not that module, because that's a dummy module and not the module that we want to create. We want a different brand new one. So we're going to send the module name. And I'm going to make this beautiful. That's so that we're using up less space. Let's go ahead and do the same thing for this one. So it's a little bit more readable. I mean, what else are we doing here? Nothing else? Yeah. We do need to close the... Alright, so if we hit OK, we actually need to do two things. We also need to close the panel. So, where is my panel closing? It's right here. Yeah, so we're going to say open module listing panel, and we're going to send it false. Okay. We've done that. We told it to create a new module. So we're gonna, unfortunately, the simulation is gonna have to let the UI know, just like how we do it here. Where so we're gonna create a new ship button clicked, and then we send it here, and then we have to have another method like here to create the module UI. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're gonna create here. So public void create new module, and it's gonna send up a iModule. So iModule. Okay, so we have this, and we need to register to that static event. God, we're just registering everything, aren't we? Create new ship UI. So we are gonna have to register to that, which is right here. So let's go to the fleet. Public events action module on create new module. Okay. If it's not null, we need to send that up on create new module, fire it off. We're going to give it the new module. And then we need to add this to the ship that it was and that was going to. Let's go ahead and pass along this as well. iShip ship. And then we need to ship.create module, and we're going to give it the module, which is new module. Let's make sure that we are actually adding that to the ship. I forget chassis. Create new module, and then did I already have this here? We're not going to be doing that. We're going to be handling that in a different way. I'm sure this is happy. What happened? Oh. Where is my iShip? Yeah, I'm gonna do that there. Okay, Fleet UI. Which problem? Oh, I need a ship. Okay. So we clicked on the OK button. We need to send the current ship. So current ship dot. We need the ship, which is unfortunately private right now. All right. Yep. Send it along. Let the simulation know which ship was clicked and which module. And then we're going to close this. If there's not enough resources, we'll send up a notification. And if there is enough resources, we need to create the module. So we need a function here somewhere. And we're going to have to create this module pairing now. So now that we have a module, we can actually do stuff. Okay, so let's go ahead and create a public void create new module UI. And we're going to need an iModule. Cool. And then we're going to let the fleet UI do that. So we have the current ship selected, and we are going to create new module UI, and we're going to select the module. And that's all you need to do. So that's all the fleet's going to be doing. It's just going to be directing traffic here. And then maybe other things will happen eventually. We can add to all this stuff. But yeah, I think that's probably the best way to do it. We know which module is selected, and we know which ship is selected, and then once we have the module, we can send it as well. Did I register to the fleet? Don't think I did. Yeah. So fleet dot on new module create plus equals to create new module. So once the fleet has the module, the fleet will add it to the simulation, to the ship. It's not a big deal. The module itself will handle it. Then we need to actually go through and unregister from all this stuff. If we delete a module, if we delete a ship, that will be fun to do. And I'll probably just do that offline because it's super annoying. And it's basically just the reverse pattern of all this stuff. We just go into an unregistered ship, and we have I put a function on these classes so that they delete themselves. And they have so every time something is deleted, it needs to unregister to all this stuff first. So we just go through for each loop and unregister everything, and then we let it delete itself so that we don't have any memory leaks. We should just be doing that right now, but okay, so I think the simulation's done. There's really not much else to do here. We probably just want to let's go ahead and do this first. Alright, so let's just copy paste this. So let's go put the module on the ship first, and then we'll create the new module. And then we'll register to it to the ship UI. Okay, so we are here. We are here. Did we ever? No, we never did that. Alright, we need to know which module it is though. So let's go ahead and delete that. And alright, no, don't delete that. So we already have it stored. The current module that is selected. So the current module UI is selected. So we need a pattern, which we have in Fleet UI, of this. Let's go ahead and copy paste this. Alright, so we have a prefab. We need to create a progress. We need the ship pairing. So public game object of module pairing prefab. Let's just call it that. And we're going to be making this. We are going to need to change the image of the module. It's not registered to it. I don't really care about that. We are going to need to change the transform. Raise this here. We need to pull the UI off of it. I don't have a UI for it right now, do I? No, this is module pairing. We're going to need to create a new module pairing though. Yeah, so let's, inside of this, module pairing is equal to new module pairing, and we are going to create module status is equal to module dot. We are going to need to create a new one of these. Ooh. No. Okay, so for each one of these prefabs already has it, so we are going to need a script for it, aren't we? Alright, so there's two things on the, I mean, you could just get component. Alright, let's see if that works. Get components of type TextMesh Pro. Okay. What is wrong here? Text. Oh. This is a GUI. So the other TextMesh Pro is something you put inside the actual game environment. This is the UI version. Now what's your problem? Oh. Alright, so we're going to grab the component of the TextMesh Pro off that and store it in the module status. Then the actual module, the progress, is we're going to get the component of the progress bar. Same thing. So we're going to grab those two. And something's wrong here. We're not going to be, okay, yeah. We're not going to be initializing it because we have this stored. Okay, we do need to register to the module. And then we're going to store this pairing. So we're going to module pairings dot add, and then we're going to add the I module, and then the pairing. Okay. But we need to also register to the module so that the progress bar will be updated. So that will be inside the module itself for the UI, I think. Yeah, it's like where are we storing this pairing? Well, we're storing it here. So, because we have a list of module UIs here, but if the module's updated, we're updating this, the progress bar and the text mesh. And since it's stored here, I think we just, because this UI module isn't changing. We do need to store the actual module inside here though. We have a current module UI, so let's go ahead and store it. So that now that we have an actual I module, we can store it in the I module. So module UI, we need to find out which module it is first. Oh, we already have that. Current module UI dot, and then we need to go to the, we're going to be doing this later. So it's private here, so let's go ahead and make public. And then we can just store it. Dot module is equal to module. I feel like that's important later, not right now. Okay, so we have the module pairing. We need to register to the I module so that we can do things. And I guess we can just register the module here. Okay, we do need functions though. So we're going to do private void on progress bar status change. We need I module. What are we sending up? It's a string. Yeah, we need the module, so we're going to change that. So and we also need the private void of the onShip progress bar. We also need the module. So I need to know which module we are updating, because we're going to have multiple. Alright, let's go to the I module interface and make sure we change that. So instead of the string, we're sending the module. So I module. And I am time change. We're sending the I module. Yes. That looks nice. And this is all public, so we'll have access to all this stuff. Okay, go to the I monitor. Let's go ahead and change this to I module, and this to I module, and we're going to invoke this. So we're sending the actual module up. Where's the other one? Do I ever invoke the other one? It's here, time change. Where are you at? Do I ever? Okay, so it would happen in here. So we'll see. We need to do it in state change. And then we need, yeah, so let's go ahead and fire this off. On time change, invoke this. So whenever state change happens and whenever the time changes. Alright, cool. Let's get rid of this and get rid of reflection. We don't need that. Let's go ahead and save all our stuff. Alright, hopefully this is all we need to do and it should be working after this. Ship UI. Okay, progress chart changes. Alright, so we need to get the correct module UI, or module pairing. And then we need to search the module pairings. Where are my pairings? You're going to dump in the module. Alright, so first we need to check to see if it actually exists. So if module, how do I do this again? Module pairings dot exist contains key of module. Then we're going to do this. Oh, give me my pairing. How's this wrong? Module pairing. What? I'm confused now. Oh. Alright, fair enough. Alright, what are we doing with this? So pairing, if this is the progress bar status change, we're just doing the progress bar. So this is the current percent is equal to the module dot current time divided by module dot max time. Alright. And then we're going to do the same thing for the August, but this is the text. So status dot text is equal to the module dot current status. Okay. We need to register the module. Why am I lost? Where am I at? Create new module. Okay, here we go. What am I doing? Okay. We need to register to module. Use the module. Right. Okay. Yeah, we'll unregister another time. And if it's this should never happen, but if it does, we don't break everything. But it absolutely should just never happen. Alright, let's see if we have a module. Alright, let's create a ship. Click on the module, click on this, make sure, and then OK. Oh yeah, that's right, we need to wire up this OK button. Oh my god. It's here. Oh, we need the OK button. We need a fleet. Where's my fleet? Not. Is it list view? No. Where's my fleet? Fleet UI, right here. Right. OK button. Fleet UI. We need the execute module OK button. And then we need to also go to the Fleet UI. No, we need to go to the ship here, and we need a module pairing prefab, which is here. And then we have a, yeah, this is current, there's no current module right now. We should probably hide this from the inspector. Let's go ahead and do that so it doesn't confuse anyone, specifically me. Hide inspector. I don't know why I know I have this public. It shouldn't be public. Did I forget to save this? Yeah, so it's gone off the inspector. Alright, let's go ahead and save. That should possibly work, maybe. I think I did everything correctly, so we'll click on this, and yeah, something happened. We have status bars, so at least that created correctly. Status 97. So usually when you have a bunch of errors like this, the first one's the one that screwed everything up. We're in ship UI 97. So what happened in ship 97? What are we doing here? Current percent. So we registered the module. Alright, so it did exist, so it was in the list for sure. Well, let's see what. Oh, it's in. I added this, right? Yeah. Did I not create a new dictionary? I created a new dictionary, right? Yeah, okay. Alright, let's see if, let's check that what the module is. So, debug.log module, make sure that this is correct first. If this is null, then we didn't actually send anything, which that wouldn't make sense. Or we didn't do the pairing correctly. So let's go ahead and check this. .log of pairing. See which object we're talking about here. Okay, we are clicking create a module. So let's go to the first instance. We have a minor and we have a pairing. The progress bar didn't get corrected. Did it not? Did I not find the component? So I'm guessing what happened was the this progress bar didn't get picked. So let's go ahead and look at this. Make sure we're pulling the actual progress bar off first, and the Text Mesh Pro. So Text Mesh Pro. Let's make sure that these objects do exist first. And this is a progress bar. Okay, and then we're creating a new pairing. And then we're going to do this. Text and bar. No, this is text and bar. Oh no. That's a module. So this, then the progress bar is equal to this. Just check the first, make sure that we are putting this in here. Alright, click, click, click. Yeah, there's a null. Definitely null. Let's go ahead and look at the prefab. Yeah, it's not pulling it off. Alright, well, we can store a script here, which is annoying, which has a reference to it. I just don't like making scripts for, it just feels dumb. I feel like there's probably a better way to do this, but we can just make a script that holds that. So module status UI, and go ahead and open this. So we're just going to store it here. I think we just do a module pairing. So yeah. Yeah, so this is the TextMesh Pro status, and then we have this is a public, so we're going to be referencing it. This is the public progress bar. And then we can get rid of that class in ShipUI, because we're not using this anymore. We are going to need to store the module pairing or status UI. And then when we create this, instead of doing this, we're going to we just have a direct reference to it. So we have to instantiate it because it's right here. So we're gonna have to grab the script off of it. So module status UI of MSUI is equal to the module pairing prefab dot get components. Do I get a component off this? Pretty sure. No, the go. We need the go. Module status UI. Okay. And then that's it. Now we're storing this. And then when we change this, we need the module status UI. We need the pairing dot progress. Did I make it private? Where's the? These are both public. That's progress. Oh, it's called the bar. So bar dot current percent, and then this is the. Let's delete this. Don't need this anymore. Module status UI. Just right here. This is the text. Okay. It's annoying. Let's go to the prefab. So this is going to store here, and we have the status name, which is here, and then the status tower. Okay, let's save that, and then we need the prefab. No, that was the prefab. All right, build, click, click, and click. Calibrating. That's nice. Well, it deducted resources, so that's good. Oh, it's mining. It's not updating the progress bar, though. It is indeed mining. Okay, that is cool. And we are getting resources. That is working, but the progress bar is not working. So I think we just need to add one thing. which is the pairing.bar. Update UI. I think that's all we need to do. Let's hope. Yeah. Let's do a debug.log real quick just to make sure. Log of the pairing.bar.current%. So we do have almost a functional game here. I'm very excited. We do need to change the image of the plus so that it's, has like a little mining thing. Yeah, let's look at what is this. It's not a number. That's interesting. Someone clicked on it. That is a really small number. Is that it? It's mining. It's just not. It's not updating. Cool. All right. It is changing. So let's look at this real quick. I'm very excited. It's invoking this on time change. State change did not a number, I think. Okay, ship UI. What are we registering to? On progress bar change. On time change, progress bar change. And status change, progress bar change. What numbers are we sending? Let's go look at our binder. Alright, so debug.log of current time and then max time. We're sitting with the module itself. Max time. Okay, let's go ahead and look at this inside of the ship UI. Progress bar change. Did I do the wrong one? Oh, yeah, I did. This is the status change. What are you doing, man? Just being dumb. This goes here. And this goes here. Did I really do that? Is that me being just super dumb? Okay, but the status change though. Oh, oh, wow. It's working. I have a working functional game right now. That is absolutely gorgeous. Alright, let's try and build another one. It's nice when things work. Alright, let's see if it does double time. Man, that is great. Still have that bug though. Alright, welcome to the future of gaming. This is great. This makes me happy. 20, yep. Alright, working perfectly. We have a functional game. Let's build another frigate. See if I can do this. Didn't like that one. Okay, it didn't update this on the initial. Let's go ahead and let's put 3. Get some stuff going here. This makes me really happy. I feel fully valid now. Okay, we're cool. It's all working. Ugly code, I know. Let's pull up the Trello. We have a functional thing working out. So okay, so we created module slots. We did it. It wasn't a drop down. It was a modal that popped up, but it's still working. Had the new factory class create a new IJAC for new ships. Yep, did that. We have a progress bar working for each of the module and status updates. Okay, that is all done and complete. We need to do notification system, which we'll do in the next episode. And then I'm going to clean up a little bit. I want to be able to destroy modules. I want to be able to destroy ships. I'm going to have a little X at the for the modules so you can delete them. It just loses the resources. I don't want to refund any resources. And then we'll create a notification system before we start moving on that will allow you to make sure that the resources, and we'll have other notifications too as well. But for now, we need to know if there's not enough resources, and I want to alert the user to that. And we'll start putting that up there. And then we're gonna have some. I'm probably gonna put 2 more modules in for now that we can start assigning jobs to for crew and whatnot. And eventually we'll have the mothership where you can transfer crew to other ships, and you'll have a limited amount of crew you can do. Maybe you can clone them, maybe you can do robots, maybe you can have ways to increase the amount of crew you have in the game, maybe like stop at a planet or whatnot. So lots of different things. I'm ready to move on. We got the module dynamic system. We're going to test with different types of modules, and then we're going to test with different types of ships as well. But the way that this is done is it's all dynamic. I don't have anything in the UI that says what type of module it is. This is all dynamic, and we're going to test by creating 2 new modules in the next one to make sure that that is a good theory. It feels messy with a lot of different things going on here, unfortunately. I don't have any static events, so that's good. We're right up to the fleet. So, I mean, it's a lot, but it's not too bad. It really isn't. Like 100 code here. The fleet UI is getting a little big. Yeah, I'm really happy with this. This is pretty nice. Yeah. Okay, well, I'll see y'all in the next one when we're going to test to make sure that this actually is a dynamic system. I'm not going to just add a module to the game and it works. So we'll see and find out. So see y'all later.